What's going on, everyone? Chris Peach here with my wonderful wife, Andrea. It is that time of the month where as soon as we get done,
Wait
whoa,
a minute.
easy.
Whoa, brother.
Easy. And if it is, who cares, all right? If it is, who cares?
Maybe
But
it is.
what I mean
Maybe
is,
it's not.
at the end of every single month, before the next month starts, we sit down and we do our cash flow formula. So for those of you who already have the cash flow formula, you'll be getting an email from me tomorrow with your new March cash flow formula plan. We'll also be sending out the one that goes on your desktop, on your phones. You can link them together with your spouse and have a lot of fun with them. If you are not using it, this month, March, is your month. So none of this New Year's resolution crap. What if you say, this March, I'm going to make a habit to start paying attention to every dollar. Now, we were thinking about this. We actually were meeting with a couple yesterday, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But one of the things I mentioned to them was the biggest raise that I received, or I should say we, because we are married and we share money, but the biggest raise that we received in our working lifetime wasn't from our jobs.
Nope.
No. It was from our cash flow plan. Because if you think about this, the cash flow plan is every single day of your life. So if you get a raise, that might be a raise every 2 weeks or month or however you get paid. If you get a raise at work, that's great. You make a little bit more money. And just like everything else we've talked about in life, as you make more money, you tend to spend more money. Mm-hmm. Think about this. 10 years ago, you were probably making more money than you are now. And you probably spend more, and it doesn't feel like you got a freaking raise.
It never does.
So with a cash flow plan, every dollar is accounted for. It doesn't mean every dollar can't have fun. We can do whatever we want with every dollar, but it's just accounted for. So the money coming in equals the money going out, meaning every dollar that comes in our life, we have a job for it. So maybe for some of you, that's going to be investing or building wealth. Maybe that's putting it towards a vacation. Maybe that's putting it towards the mortgage, the rent, the groceries, whatever it might be.
Whatever it might be. Student loans, whatever you have going on.
We walk you through it. We've been doing this since 2011, so we have all these different categories. There's actually 5 pages of this cash flow formula plan. And we're also going to send you one that's electronic if you want to have it on your phone, like an app. It's really, really cool. GetCashFlowFormula.com.
Yeah.
But would you say it's the biggest raise that we've ever had in our working lifetimes?
1,000.
You better say that. I prepped her before this video. But yeah.
Say yes to all my questions.
Yeah, say yes to all my questions, right? Yes.
No, it really has been. And in the beginning, like anything when you're doing something new, it's kind of hard. Right? I'm just going to be completely honest with you. It's a little hard, but after a couple of months of doing it and you sort of get like a system down and you plan together. Okay,
we do it together. Now, time out. Let me ask you this. What if, and I get this question a lot, I know a lot of you actually asked me this question over the last week, is I would start doing the cash flow plan, however, my husband or my wife's not on board.
Yeah, well.
So what do we do about that?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's not going to work if one of you is doing it and one is not on board.
Okay.
It won't work.
But can you start if one of you's on board and the other one's not?
Yeah. I think that
because that's what I did with her, by the way. Because she was not on board at all.
No, of course not. And
Okay.
then eventually it came around.
And she loves it now.
I
She
do.
absolutely loves
no,
it.
No,
Say yes. Say yes.
I do.
Okay,
and
see? There you go.
It's a game, actually. For me, it's a game every month to see how close I can get or, where I can save, especially when we get to the end of the month. We'll talk about that in a second. But he eventually just started doing it sort of on his own. And he realized that the approach he was taking with me was not working, which is like, we need to do this. You need to be a part of it.
Don't do this. Hey, look how much money you spent last month. Don't do that, because that doesn't work at all.
So
that doesn't
then
work at
he
all.
pulled back the reins on that and gave me some breathing room. And then eventually it was like I kind of started taking interest because he stopped pestering me. And
that's a little aggressive. Keep going. That's a little aggressive. Yeah.
Making a point here, okay? Anyway, so eventually I took interest. I wouldn't say that I was like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do cash flow formula. Show me how it works. It was like a slow, dip my toe in the water. Oh, it feels kind of good. Okay, I'll try it again. So I was not like gung-ho immediately.
Would you call the cash flow formula today sexy?
It's sexy. You know why it's sexy?
That's pretty awesome.
Because I like kind of saying that word on Facebook Live because you can say it. No one cares.
When you were on the news, you couldn't say sexy. Now she can say sexy
whenever
she wants.
somebody come at me and say, sexy, you're talking about sex.
My children are watching and you said the word sexy. That's a whole nother thing.
Okay, sorry, see, we go.
So it's getcashflowformula.com. It's 100% free. It is the best time to start is now because it's perfect when you start before a month actually begins. So you're not having to go what do we spend the first couple weeks? You actually get a fresh start. A fresh start. It takes 60 to 90 days. But I will say this. So, not to mention any names, but we met with a couple a month ago, and they are late 40s. And so they've never done a cash flow plan in their lives, and they have fought it. Now, I've known this couple for 5 years. Okay, they know that we do this, and so it took them 5 years to finally say, okay, I am ready to do a cash flow plan.
Show us the way.
So we set them up on a cash flow plan. And I said, look, it's going to take 60 to 90 days. Don't beat yourself up. When you go home, you're going to have 47 emergency meetings over the cash flow plan. That's normal. Everything's going to be fine. We'll meet back here in 1 month, and we'll see how it goes. So yesterday we met, and holy crap, they rocked it. Like everything was perfect, and
They were off by $4.
$4 for the month. $4.
Okay, that's unheard of. I don't want.
We don't even do that.
No.
We don't even do that.
I'll tell you right now. Do you want to know what we're off this month? I'm gonna tell them $34. Okay, I can
Big
say
deal.
that because in all of transparency, there is no such thing as perfect, and not every budget every month will be perfect because you can plan all you want, but sometimes.
Yes.
But $34, I'm gonna go ahead and pat myself on the back.
So I asked him, I said, what is your
That's good.
secret? How did you do this? What is your secret to being able to pay off, or not pay off, but be able to get on a cash flow plan and actually rock it the first month? And they're like, oh, it wasn't bad at all. So I want you to think about that. That could be you. It could be, hey, it wasn't bad at all. They were freaked out about it for 5 freaking years. Avoided me like the plague. Like I would walk by and they'd be like,
Or they would justify their spending sometimes. Yeah. Okay, not that dramatic. Now who's the drama queen?
It wasn't that dramatic, but still,
no.
they were afraid of it. And so after talking with them last night,
everyone's afraid of doing something new.
it's a change. It's afraid of change. But
yeah.
after talking with them, they're like, it just gives us so much peace, like knowing where every dollar's going and knowing that we're going to be okay.
And having some parameters to spend within, and then you don't feel guilty if you're going out with friends to have dinner when you're like, it's okay. We allotted this amount of money to go out and spend and have dinner with friends. And I'm telling you, you enjoy it 1000% more when it's been accounted for and you're not like, oh, I don't know, like we really shouldn't. Like you said you could. You looked at it on paper. You told all the money where it was going to go.
It's simple.
You enjoy
it's
it
all
so
right
much
here
more.
for you. You get to create it. It's yours. You own it.
And you spent your cash, your money to do it. Like, it's all yours. You did it all. You get all the credit. So it just feels so much better. And we can't stress that enough because 8 years 8 years ago, we would go and, mindlessly spend. And when you mindlessly spend what you think you have, you end up in a really deep hole. It's called a big debt hole. And it takes a lot
really
of
bad.
work
It
to
sucks.
get out. And we don't want you to do that. Or if you are sitting in that hole, we want you to get out. And that is truly the only way to start getting out of it.
We were actually $52,000 in debt. With no money in our checking account, living paycheck to paycheck, and we're actually overdrafted.
Which, by the way, is normal in America. So
if you're there, we understand.
It's okay, 'cause we
feel
were there.
You. Yeah, and
we
it
sat
sucks.
right
I remember
there for a long time.
That's why I'm so passionate. That's why we're so passionate about this, because there is definitely a way out. Now, part 2 of this cash flow formula that was really cool is the first time we went with this couple. It was just husband and wife came and sat down. The second time, a month later, they brought their daughter. So she's 15, 16 years old. And they made her sit there and learn a little bit about this cash flow plan. Now, raise your hand. Well, I can't see you, but how many of you out there, if you knew any of this stuff when you were 16 years old, holy crap, would life look a lot different? You know what we found out? If we invested, was it $200 a month. Don't quote me on these numbers. Don't come at me if I'm wrong, but it's pretty close.
Well,
but at age 16, if she started investing $200 every single month,
she would have
to age 65,
about $1.3 million.
It was either $200 or $300, okay? $200 or $300 every single month. That is like what? Cable and some other stuff, right? She does this from age 16 all the way to age 65. And the reason why we use that age, because I feel like these younger generation, they're going to be like 120 years old. So 65 is a good retirement age. They are going to have $1 million.
Yeah.
And that's if they only put in $200 or $300. What if they put in $1,000? What if they put in more? Holy crap. Holy crap. We're talking about a lot of wealth right here.
But here's the thing you can't do. Okay? So this is the reality kick. This is the gut punch. I just punched myself in the gut. The longer you wait, the harder it is to catch up. The longer you wait to get out of debt,
I got an idea.
The less amount of money that you have to put towards some sort of retirement or some sort of savings. Think about if you're spending thousands of dollars a month just to stay ahead of your debt, not even get out of debt, but just to like stay afloat, keep the credit cards open or whatever. Think about that money. If you didn't owe credit card companies, if you didn't owe car payments, all that stuff, right? Stuff. And then you had that money to then invest in yourself, your family, your retirement, your future. How amazing would that be? Like,
That'd be pretty awesome.
Can you start dreaming, sisters and brothers? Like, dream the big dream when you have money to do that. And you can, but the longer you wait, the harder it is to get there.
Yep. So you can always make more money. You can't make more time. So keep that in mind. All right. So it is Get Cash Flow Formula. Okay. How this all ties together is you're not going to know where your money is going unless you tell it where to go. Right.
You can't play if you sit down like at the end of the month and you're like, oh, we kind of spent this, we kind of spent that. Like, this is kind of what we did. That's not a budget. That's not a cash flow formula. That's just like basically adding up receipts.
Yeah.
Am I making your show? Like, am I in your show now? Or are you
Nope.
not?
But what we're doing here is we're getting up close because I want this to be really close and personal. This is the cash flow plan right here. Okay.
But in order
This
for
is
it
it.
to work, my point was you have to do it before the month starts. You can't, but like doing this at the end and tallying up what you've spent and just being like, cool, that's what we spent. Like, that's not how you do it.
It's not going to work.
Got to do it now. And look, it's
Take advantage
tomorrow's
of it.
February 28th, last day of the month. So this is a great day to do it. Today, tomorrow, sit down. I promise you won't hate
And
your
real quick,
husband
how
after.
much does the cash flow formula plan cost? The one that goes on your phone, your desktop, this one, all the guides, the tutorials, the videos.
Free.
Free! It's free!
Free. This is how much?
Yeah.
Zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
Zilch.
dollars.
You're not
Do
going to
you
be out
know-
alone. You're going to get help with this.
Did
and
you
it's
get
free.
anything for free today? Probably not. Was your lunch free? Probably not. Was your gas free today? Nope. Was your coffee free? I don't know. Probably not. If
Maybe
you
if you're
went and
really
got a
hot.
fancy one, or
Yeah.
maybe somebody did a pay it forward thing, which is always nice. But chances are it's probably not. That's free. That's FRE.
It's free. And it's all.
He's getting calls right now. Okay, anyway. And by the way, I have no idea why we're in the bedroom doing this. No idea. Usually it's the office. So this is new to me, but I walked up here and said, sure, I'll join you for this.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I know.
All right, we went too deep. So it's getcashflowformula.com. There's a link right. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm just kidding. Getcashflowformula.com. There's a link right above, right or below this video, wherever you're watching it. But there's a go right through it, and you will be rocking it like a puma. All right.
And he'll help you along the way.
I will help you. I promise. It's there. It's free. It's awesome. Getcashflowformula.com.